gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but niners. We nothing but niners. We nothing but niners. We nothing but niners. We nothing but we them nothing but niners.
Click, click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, guys. We are here to bring you guys another fanatic, going crazy episode. Got my fellas over here with me. Nick, what's going on, man? How you doing over there?
What up, what up, what up?
Breezy, what's up, dog?
What's good, baby? There you go.
Same old. My man Tony over there. Look at him with the fatigues on. What's up, man?
What's going on, fellas?
I see him trying to get the point down. Y'all ain't got it like Mike. Man. I got this thing down. All right, guys, we got to go through some formalities here, then we're going to go ahead and get into some fun, man. Guys, I want to thank everybody for checking us out here. Make sure you guys give us a thumbs up on the videos, okay? We appreciate that on the YouTube page. It's a good way to help other people find us. So hit that like button, all right? If you really enjoy it, you want to hit the subscribe button as well as turn on your notifications. That way you know exactly when we are going to go live. Okay? That's all your stuff right there on the YouTube page. Guys, make sure you hit up the website, okay? It's going to be your one-stop shop for any and everything 49ers from us here at Nothing But Niners. That is www.nothingbutniners.com. I'm talking videos. I'm talking podcasts. I'm talking apparel. Hit the shop tab at the top of the screen. Talking about us. Pictures of yourselves, man. Guys, get over there. Check out the website. You're going to enjoy it, okay? If you want to submit some pictures of yourselves, some ideas, thoughts, comments, concerns for the show, let us know, man. Send us an email, nb9ers@nothingbutniners.com. Again, that is nb9, the number 9, ers@nothingbutniners.com. And then last but certainly not least, I want to run through the social media platforms. We have Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are nothing but the number 9 ERS. All right, that is nothing but the number 9 ERS. And then we also have Facebook and Instagram. And those are spelled all the way out with spaces in between. Nothing but Niners. All right, so you guys make sure you give us follows there. I am 49ers Mike _NFL. Over here on this side is my man Nick. He is 49er Faithful 365. Down there in that corner, that's my guy Breezy. He is 49ers Breezy, BREEZIE on Twitter. And down below, he moved him over there. Over there all the way over on the other side now is my man MJ Niner fan 499 Tony. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Just
Same
chilling,
here, man. Chilling.
What happened? Okay.
What?
Yeah, just chilling, man. It's been a crazy day. I heard one of my good friends passed away today. Rest in peace to him. And my grandfather's in the hospital, so it's just been one of those days. Just chilling.
Oh, man.
So,
you know what? People were having a hell of a weekend, and then all of a sudden, like the week started, even with the delay, and it hit like a ton of bricks, man. It was kind of crazy, man. So sorry to hear about the loss, and then hopefully you said your grandfather, right?
yeah.
All right. Is it something like is it just old age, or is he going to be all right? Or
No, he was just having some issues.
not to put all his business out here. I'm sorry.
No. You're good. You're good. He was just having some health issues, and obviously he went to the hospital. They tested him for COVID, which it wasn't COVID, thank God. They did find a mass on his lungs, so they were trying to look into that. They couldn't get the scope done today, so hopefully they'll get it done tomorrow. Know a little bit more tomorrow, and just praying that everything's good. So,
okay, all right. Well, we're gonna try to keep this show going, guys. We're gonna make this short and sweet. Now, I told you guys I was here to rile you up. I'm here to argue with you guys. Okay, so
why are you not here to argue? Your hair just makes us argue.
I have been very good with the whole arguing thing. I've been keeping the peace. I've been biting my tongue. I've been doing really, really well. But before we start calling people here, man, I got to ask y'all some questions, man. All right. I'm sorry. I have to do it. We have been talking. I saw this top 100 list come out from a couple of guys that I respect. Did you guys see this list? Eric Crocker was involved.
I've seen Hollywood on there.
Yeah. That's the one. That's the list I'm talking about. They have DeForest Buckner as like the 5th defensive tackle. What is wrong with people, bro? What is wrong with people? Why is he so highly like? Is it because of what he did in the past? Because I also saw Tom Brady on this list, but is DeForest Buckner really that good? I mean, what's up, guys? I know Breezy with me. Breezy ain't hyped on Buck. What's up, Breezy?
I mean, I was hyped on Buck the previous season, and then he looked like regular normal. You know what I'm saying? He went regular normal on us. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Buck was trash burgers because he still was productive in his regular normal pace, but I don't think out of all the linemen he might have consistently played the best, but I think because of him others got better, and I mean I think that's probably why they walked away from him.
Let's go through this list real quick. So they had the top Aaron Donald,
Yep.
second Cam Hayward, third Fletcher Cox, fourth Chris Jones, fifth Grady Jarrett, sixth DeForest Buckner, seventh Kenny Clark, eighth Calais Campbell, and ninth Akeem Hicks. So that's about right, place wise for DeForest Buckner in that top nine.
Hey, this dude played like damn near every snap, yo. Like he barely came off of the field, yo, and he was still somewhat productive. Like, well, he was Superman the year before, and then he became back to regular productive because he probably put up numbers similar to all those guys on the list, especially near the top 5. So that's why he's on there. Salute to him, man. Salute to Buck, man.
Mike, you don't think Tony, you don't. What are your thoughts in those top 9 that I just read off with DeForest Buckner being placed where he's at? Do you think that's too high or too low for him?
I think first of all, Hayward's a 3-4 defensive end, so I don't know why they're listing him as a defensive tackle. Because Pittsburgh, he's with Pittsburgh, right? Hayward?
No, New Orleans.
Nah,
Hayward? No,
Casey Hayward is Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, Hayward's a defensive end for Pittsburgh in the 34 front. That's why I'm like, why are they even saying?
I'm thinking the other guy in New Orleans.
You thinking of the dude on the end with the dread?
Cam Jordan.
Cameron Jordan.
So who were the 9 again? I know you said Darnold.
Aaron Donald, Cam Hayward, Fletcher Cox, Chris Jones, Grady Jarrett, Buckner, Kenny Clark, Calais Campbell, Akeem Hicks.
I would put Chris Jones in front of Fletcher Cox.
Okay.
That's my opinion. He single-handedly killed us in the Super Bowl. But I just think – I don't know why Hayward's on that list. He's a 34 defensive end. Buckner, I mean, listen, last year he had – not last year, 18, he had no one around him. And he had, 12 and a half sacks, 11 and a half sacks. Now he got all this talent around him. And I understand his play probably was solid. He came up big in big games, like with the playoffs. He had multiple sacks, and I think he had 2 sacks in the Super Bowl. I think he had 2 sacks in the Super Bowl. He had a couple sacks versus Green Bay. But with all that talent around him, he should have been putting up bigger numbers as far as sack-wise. And he didn't, but his play was solid. He is a warrior. He played every snap. He didn't miss any snaps, I don't think, this season. So the reason why he's not with us anymore is because of the business end of the sport.
Man, are y'all worried about replacing his production or not? Let's just get to the shits, man. I mean, listen, I understand what y'all are saying. Y'all sounding good. Y'all being nice. Y'all don't want to,
Here he goes.
offend any of the 49er fans.
It's not about offending. It's out of those top 9 on this list where they have him. I think it's a good placement for him.
You're taking DeForest Buckner over Akeem Hicks?
Yeah. Akeem Hicks is like what's he? Just his second year?
Let me give you a name not on this list. Are you taking him over Jonathan Allen?
I think they're 2 different type of players, though.
All right.
They're 2 different type of players.
All right. Hey, I'm not going to pick
There he goes.
I told you I was ready to spar today, man. But
How are they not different types of players? One's a defensive end, one's a defensive tackle.
Bro, no.
Jonathan Allen isn't in comparison with
Jonathan Allen.
Would you take DeForest Buckner over that dude from Minnesota?
Which one?
Who?
The defensive tackle from Minnesota.
The
one that was having mental issues at one point, and he came back, balled out.
Everson Griffin was
Everson
the defensive. He's a defensive end.
He's an end too.
Yeah, but on their nickel situations, he goes inside.
He goes okay.
Yeah, but to answer your question, like I'm not worried about his production. I said this before that replacing his production, I felt that DeForest Buckner took a step backwards with more help. So, you know,
but you're not worried though. You're saying, right?
I'm not worried. I've been saying that I'm not worried about replacing. You know, I think that with the depth that we have and a new incoming rookie who is was a complete beast in college, the way that they rotate these, Chris Kosarek's going to get the best out of everybody that's on the field anyway. And, you know, when you go from a 13 sack season to an 8 sack season, when you got more help, you definitely low key went downward. So I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried about replacing his production. What I am worried about is replacing his leadership. You know, a lot of people in the room said that he was the leader on that defensive line. Like he, you know, even Eric Armstead said that in his interview. He said that Buckner was the leader. So that means who will be the leader on that line? Like, will it be Eric Armstead? Like, will Eric Armstead, you know, just step up, you know, and just say, hey guys, we got this. Keep stuff cool, calm, and collected. Keep the bull crap out of the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a bunch of young guys, and Eric Armstead is that peacemaker guy. They keep, you know, I crack and joke calling guys gentle giants, but Eric, he's the other gentle giant that we had. And he's gonna have a bunch of young guys that we hope are gonna look up to him. But he praised the guys that were he praised the guys that were there. He praised the rookies that were going to come in. But how do we replace the leadership from Buckner? Because that's what Buckner was. But I don't care what y'all say. Buckner was a leader.
And Buckner had a role. Buckner had a role on that defensive line he had the in-game adjustments for the front.
That's
he
what I'm
was
saying.
calling the in-game adjustments on that front four. So if he saw something like with a shift in motion to switch to protection, he would make the call on that defensive line. It wouldn't affect the back end, wouldn't affect the secondary, the linebackers. It was just the down four linemen.
Oh, I agree, bro. I definitely agree.
Listen, you can't replace his experience. You can't replace his leadership. You can't replace his on-field IQ. But the question you have to ask yourself is, the person we brought in to replace him, do you think he can get between 6 and 8 sacks on an on-field performance? That's what you're asking. Because obviously you're not replacing what I just said. You're just going to try to replace the sack numbers. And hopefully he could turn, not this year, but years down the road, into maybe a leadership player. Honestly, I think Bosa is going to wear the C on the defense from that defensive line. And because if you're listening to him talk, he's all about leadership now. He's year 2. You know, I think he's going to take the challenge, and he wants to prove that he could be the leader. Now it's just up to the teams and the coaches to vote him in as a captain.
Yeah, that's what I was going to agree with you. I agree with you there, Tony. I was going to say something about Bosa being the guy who takes that leadership role over. And obviously it'll be a good time for him to do it. Look what Fred Warner did. You know what I mean? Even with when Fred Warner was here and Navarro Bowman was here, you know, he was still very communicative, I guess you could say. You know, I'm not worried about the production. I think the production's going to come. You know, with Buckner, look, I talked about it before, man. We all put this issue and thing on him about, oh, well, he can't get that many sacks if he's being double teamed. Well, he didn't perform at single coverage either. So, it is what it is. There were times he got eaten up at single, and there were times he got eaten up at double. And look, he did what he did when he was here. It's time to move on. He's no longer here. We ended up getting a guy to replace him, and, you know, I'm over the Buckner stuff. The one thing I do want to talk about is the tight end situation. If you guys seen that too, but once you're done, Mike, I want to move on to that real quick.
No, go ahead. Let's go. All right.
No, I'm just saying the top four. They have Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Rob Gronkowski, and Zach Ertz.
I will say this. I did hear one of those guys say that the columns you're reading aren't the guys in order of their positions. They're just on the list. So they did make it clear that that's not the order that they had them ranked in. That was just their top 100 in each position. So that doesn't mean that George Kittle's second or third best.
Well, you just said that they had DeForest Buckner listed as fifth, and
no, I said they had DeForest Buckner listed sixth on there. Like I counted how many spots down.
Six,
not that he was their sixth best. Y'all know me. I don't have him in my top 10. So I'm not. I was just wondering if y'all had him that high in the entire NFL.
Right. So, I mean, obviously, do you agree with that? Those top four? Why would Rob Gronkowski be in there when he just came back from retirement?
Well, and that's. Go ahead, somebody. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's the name.
Is it the name, or did he leave the field? He left the field on a productive end. Like he left still high at the position. He was number one at the position. Like he was still high in the tight end position. Whether you want to say he was number one or not, he was high up there.
Yeah, you got guys like him up there. You have Buck making the top 10, right? And then you have Tom Brady on there. So they're clearly including stuff from the past.
Right.
And what I guess their value now type of thing. You get what I'm saying? So because Tom Brady, you know, he wasn't all that last year. Rob Gronkowski literally didn't play. So in order to make this list, I think they're looking at the top 100 players in the NFL. Period. Like, are you in the NFL? Are you a top 100 player? You know, they did it based off a position thing. I don't think they did it. It's not a production thing for last year.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say. Like it's just based off of what the NFL or what they saw him do before he retired. You know what I'm saying? And based off of that, he was at the top of the list. Like Gronk was still top. Like as much as George Kittle was becoming the man, Gronk was the man. And then Kelce, and Kittle, and maybe Ertz. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna be as long as Gronk plays and stays injury free. These are gonna be the top four tight ends in the league. And now you got to start adding in guys like Mike Andrews and those type of guys, or those players.
I take it.
Mark Andrews. I thought his name was Mike Andrews. Mark Andrews.
Name is Mike Andrews.
Oh, snap. My bad. Mark Andrews. But Mike, go out there. You look like a tight end, man. Listen.
No, he don't. He looked like a
tight end. You ain't got to be all chiseled, a tight end. You look like the Antonio Gates type end, man. Go out there and run some routes, catch them balls, bro. Get touchdowns. But no, you got to add those guys and start factoring those guys into the equation, because, like, I know as much as we try to say football's going to the passing game, the tight ends are coming back, man, because a lot of teams just don't have the depth and the safeties to cover these tight ends. There are specific few safeties that's helping cover these tight ends, man. You see George Kittle torches the NFC West. He torches just damn near every team. They can't cover him because of his athleticism. Travis Kelce looks untouchable, but I mean, it's just the way it is, man. Not Ben Coates. What's the dude from New Orleans that we knocked out the game? His old ass still playing too.
Yeah. You know, you're
Jared
right.
Cook.
Yeah, you're right.
And now you got the guy from the Raiders. Darren who? What?
Woner or something like that. I don't know how to say his name.
I thought it was Darren Feller or something like that. Like that dude from the Raiders.
Damn, I know who you're talking about too.
Darren Waller. Yeah,
Waller. Yeah, it's Waller.
Waller. Got you.
Yeah, I was saying like Waller, something like that.
I thought it was Fowler. But yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you. So these tight ends, man, you know, George Kittle about to set the tone. And you know, as far as these tight ends getting paid, because they're starting to become productive again. Teams are starting to use them again. And they're not using them just to, you know, keep the chains moving. They're using these guys to run routes and play all kinds of positions and block. So when I saw the list of the top four or whatever, I did see George Kittle. He had, for a picture that I saw, he had the bigger picture on it. So even if it wasn't in the order, the way I perceived that junk was bam, 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 Kittle won. Like, just the way I saw it.
All right, fella. That's good fun. Good fun right there. We're gonna open up these phone lines soon. This message here is from Salvador Bribeska.
Rebeska.
He says,
Brabeska.
have you guys addressed our new DB coach?
You know what?
That's the leader
We
out there.
haven't, Mike. We
No,
haven't.
we did talk about him
We
though.
did.
We talked about his name is Tony Ogden.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we haven't
Odin.
talked about
Tony
him
Odin.
recently.
Odin.
Odin. Yeah, OD. Yeah.
But we discussed it a long
Time ago. That's what I mean.
What we said about it, but
Yeah.
no, it was put out there, and there was Darius Slay is his big guy under his belt for developing. So that's what I'm keeping in my mind. Darius Slay.
And also, he did a pretty good job with Miami, and especially he's
And those DBs, right, Mike? I mean, Tony, those DBs, yeah.
He seems like he likes the press. He teaches the press coverage.
That's something that I would like to see Akella Weatherspoon play in that press man zone coverage. I would like to see him on the line a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Richard Sherman likes to play in the press. So it should be a bonus for us, right?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be interesting. And also, just one fact is, obviously, Mike said he worked with Darius Slay and
Darius Slay.
Why did I say Darius? Darius Slay, and by the way, Martin Mayhew was there with Slay. So now you know what's going on. Mayhew brought the guy in, so it'll be interesting.
You said Darius Slay because you were thinking about the top defensive tackles, and Dontari Poe was still in your head over Buckner. So I understand.
This guy.
I get how it's all working.
Here we go.
It's all right. It's all right. All right, let me download this app, man. I mean,
let me ask you this question because Salvador he posted something else. You know, man specialist. He's talking about the coach. So what are we expecting from 23? And would you say that I feel like man for man, I feel like Akella is better. I feel like he plays man better than he plays zone, right? That's just what I think. I could be wrong, but from what I see on man coverage, when he got somebody, I'm not saying he's a lockdown. He just plays that one particular person better. Then when he has to play zone, I think he overcompensates because he's thinking he has to go help another zone, and he forgets about his zone, and then it's too late on reaction, and he gives up a big play. So what do you think about that? Do you think that if we bring in this man press zone coverage, you know, that's man on one side, zone on the other, like, do you think that this helps Akella and Mosley?
Man, I'm talking for number 23 right now.
It's why we can't get nobody on the show, but go ahead.
And I think he's going to be just fine. Just fine. You're playing. Listen, when you're going up there and asked to do a little something extra, you know, closer to the line of scrimmage, hip movement is probably super, super important. You got to be able to read, react, and turn quickly the right way. And so it's going to expose some guys and it's going to promote some guys. We'll see what happens.
All right. To camp we go.
What do you guys think? Come on, don't let it just be me out here on the limb.
I asked the question, so.
Yep. Okay. All right. Then we're just gonna move on then. Sean Shepard says here, huh?
I said I'm just gonna say we'll see.
Sean Shepard says here, Armstead and Defoe sound like Mike Tyson, not Giants. Okay, but that's why. Well, all right. Tony couldn't even look at the screen when Mike said he doesn't argue. I think Kinlaw is me. Tony, you think I argue, man? Look at Sean trying to stir the pot. Sean, that's my job on the show tonight. That is my job on the show tonight, bro. Right. I don't argue. I don't even know what y'all are talking about. I don't even know what how does one argue? All right. So I'm pulling up the app here. I'm logging in, and we are going to open up some phone lines here to let people call in. I have some interesting questions for you guys too. But first, let me log in here. Boom. What do we log in with? Gmail? Email? Boom, there it
is. Is it Gmail?
Yeah.
And people are calling already.
Oh, well, answer it. I don't have anything hooked up. I'm just answering on speakerphone.
Yeah,
I can't. It's not letting me log in right now.
Ding, 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 ding.
What's going on? You're home with Nothing But Niners. Who's this?
What's going on?
Can you guys hear him? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. What's going on, man? Who are you? Where are you from?
My name is Justin. I'm from Stockton, California.
What's going on, Justin?
House.
Dominic
Justin.
in the house?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
I just want to discuss. I know you guys. I don't know how you guys feel about Witherspoon. I know he had a down year, but his father came out, Lucky Witherspoon. He came out saying he grew a little inches and is a little bit more muscular. Now, do you think that's going to help his cause to get back the starter position, or is he just going to be a special teams from now on?
All right. Mike, you want to go with that one?
Is
What?
Witherspoon going to be back into starting, or is he going to remain on special
He
teams?
said Lucky came out and said that Akello is putting on a little bit more weight, bulked up a little bit. And what do we think? As in, do we think that he takes that starting role back, or do we think he stays as a special team guys to start?
Witherspoon will be a starter week 1.
Mike says Witherspoon will be a starter week 1.
I like that because he grew a little inches too. Also he had a late growth spurt and grew 2 inches, so he's a lot taller, more muscular. And I think that bad ankle is I think he was doing really good at the week 3 before he got hurt. Then Jason Brett came in and got burned by Juju, and that really hurt us a lot. That game should have been that close, but it was close because of Brett. And I think if Witherspoon did not get hurt, I think he could have been really solid. And I'm really excited for him this year. But it's a contract year, just like Solomon. It's really a contract year for both of them and see what they can do. So I want Witherspoon to succeed because he's a really good player and he's a really good guy on and off the field. So I just wanted your guys' take on Witherspoon's situation.
All right, bud. Appreciate the call. We're going to go ahead and discuss it now. And thanks for the support. And we'll talk to you later.
Not a problem. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
See you.
I want the 3 of y'all to tell me that Witherspoon is not going to be a starter. Go ahead and say it.
I think it's going to come down to him and Mosley, and whoever wins it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to be Mosley, or I'm not going to say it's going to be Witherspoon. There's a new coach in town. There's a new scheme. There might be implementing a new scheme as far as the defensive coverage. So you don't know. Maybe the scheme might fit him better, or maybe it might fit Mosley better. We don't know.
Nick,
I'm with Tony on this, man. I think that spot is up for grabs. I don't think just because you're where you were drafted or where, and I would say this with anybody. Where you're drafted or what position you're drafted in should have any influx to where you're at on the field. Or if you're not playing up to potential, or if somebody just straight out beats you. You got to be a coach and you go with the better person at that position, and that's still to be seen.
the only way Witherspoon doesn't start is if something happens in training camp. Because that's
Thank you. Take a ledge.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, man, the adversity that Witherspoon has gone through, from the injury to starting, getting burnt, falling down, whatever, giving up touchdowns, whatever y'all want to say. I just don't think that's the Witherspoon that we're going to get in 2020. And I know that's not the Witherspoon that we're going to get in 2020. I know that for a fact. So I just think that his mindset, his skill set, everything, whether we see him progressing or not off the field, whatever. I just think that Witherspoon, whatever he did to start in training camp, to start the season last season in 2019, I'm sure he's going to do that and much more to start the season in 2020. He started 2019 for a reason. Dude gets hurt, comes back, and he's just not the same. Shit, Joe Staley got hurt, came back. He just wasn't the same, but we needed him, right? We needed him to be out there. I hate that we doodle on this kid. And, there's fans that are saying, yo, I can't wait to see what Jason Verrett do. What are you talking about? This dude got torched. Like, at least Witherspoon tried to make a play and fell down in the process. I think that was the last play we saw right before he got benched. But I'm just saying, come on, guys. As much as I would love to see Verrett play for the 49ers because he is a 49er for one more year, like the caller said, man, all these guys are playing for contracts in that secondary, man. It's going to be like a sharks fest, and them guys are going to go out there and do whatever they got to do to make this team. And I just think Witherspoon's guts and he lays it all out on the field, man. He's the bigger guy. He's covered. I'm telling you, if they play this man zone, I think this might be the best thing for him. That's just my opinion.
All right. Thank you, man. Here's another question here from Scott Beatty. It says, do you think Saleh leaves us after another great year as D coach? I'm going to tell you guys now, I'm not accepting answers of we'll see. We'll see goes for everything. Nothing is definite. We don't know that Ahkello Witherspoon's going to be the starter. We're just going out on the ledge. What do you guys think will happen? He has a good year. Do you think he's gone?
Yep.
Yeah. I think good or bad year. I think he gets an offer. He gets offers. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to be leading some team, some trash ass team. He's gonna have his first head coaching gig. I mean, that's what you do in the NFL, right? You ball out. You prove that you can coach. I mean, you can coordinate, and usually coordinators turn into head coaches, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But a good or a bad year, I think Saleh gets the offers. Does he leave? I think he does. I think it's his time to start something new.
And you know the crazy thing about that is I heard there's a rule change where teams can't block people from interviewing now.
Oh,
yeah.
Where before they could block. I'm hearing that I don't know if it's a proposed rule change or if it's already been accepted.
No, I think it's already been passed. I think that was part of the pass to where they're stopping all unless it, how did they phrase it? I remember Matt Mayoko saying something about it, saying, the 49ers in trouble with this new rule change as to where coaches cannot hold anything against coaches for interviewing and can't tell them or that they can or can't. And that we had, two guys that Green Bay was trying to hire or do, as well as Robert Saleh had some interviews. Obviously that didn't go that change. But that, for assistant coaches, that's the way that it's going to work now.
But I think it has to be for promotion. As far as like, if you're going to take a wide receivers coach, he has to become a play caller. So I think that's still into an effect where, like, see, Kyle Smart, he labels one as a run game coordinator, and one as a wide receiver passing game coordinator. So they technically are coordinators, but they're not play callers. So if a team comes in, perfect example, let's say Saleh gets hired by Jacksonville, we'll just say, and he says, I'm taking Mike McDaniels as my offensive play caller. At that time, the 49ers cannot deny him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up for specifics.
They found a loophole to make lateral moves.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
All right. Let me try this logging in thing here again.
Hey, did Emmanuel Mosley have a pick six last year?
No.
Okay. I know Ahkello Witherspoon did, though.
Bro, people don't care. Bro, they hate.
I just don't understand how we.
I gotta be real, you guys.
I don't understand how we forget those things. Like it's like what you see. Like what have you done for me lately? Come on, man.
But dude, even with what you've done for me lately, like one guy was out there blowing it in the Super Bowl, and the other one wasn't.
The dude got injured. Like let's factor that in, right? He got injured. Whether he came back for sure, Tony and Nick and Mike, he did. He came back. And we just thought he was going to be the spoon that when he left off. And we saw it game one. You said, this ain't the same spoon. You said it. Y'all, everybody said it. But they stuck with him. They stuck with him.
You're throwing your hands up. What you do?
Listen, he did get a pick six. You're 100% right. But if that wasn't a gift from the Lord above, I don't know what the hell was, because James
still got to catch the ball, Tony.
I understand you still got to catch the ball. But Jameis Winston overthrew the running back screen by 5 yards, and you just saw Kello take 2 steps and was like, I got it, and I'm running. It's not a knock against him, but it's not like he made a phenomenal play in coverage on this. It was an overthrow by Jameis Winston.
I mean, usually that's what pick sixes are, bro. They're bad throws or routes jumped. Like that. That's usually what leads to a pick six. Hey, he caught the ball, he saw the ball, he caught the ball, and he scored.
Okay, you're right. It's a pick six.
So let me ask you this question. So you guys think that the starting job is just going to be handed to him?
It's not. I'm saying he's going to earn it. That's what I said. Right. I said he's going to go out there and do whatever he did to earn it in 2019. I believe the boy comes back, or excuse me, the young man comes back to earn it in 2020. This is no knock towards Mosley. This is not a knock towards him. Like you and Tony said, whatever happens in camp, whoever wins out in camp is going to win it. Like you guys didn't even pick one. I'm telling you, this kid's gonna. I'm an underdog guy, man. I'm an underdog. I'm just an underdog guy.
The thing is, it's not his talent that's holding him back. It's not. I mean, he's got good feet. He is fast. He's athletic. It's his head. And if he can't clear his head and get focused here, I don't give a shit if you're Deion Sanders. If you're not there in your head and you're second guessing yourself and you're nervous, there's been numerous times where he's dropping in coverage. He's looking this way and then looking this way and looking this way, and then the ball goes over his head. That shows me that he's not confident out there either in that scheme, in that situation, or in his skill set. Like there's something that's just not clicking with him. He did come on strong. He got hurt. He came back. He was healthy. He was not rushed back. And this team still went with Mosley.
I hear what you're saying. I do. It's almost like, when Jesus said, "He who has no sin cast the first stone," because I know Emmanuel Mosley, he blew some coverages. No, let's not talk like this guy is perfect, all hunky dory. Ain't nobody in the NFL perfect, but he messed up. He blew some coverages. He missed the interception that he just couldn't grab, and that kid from Arizona almost took it to the house. Like they're both young guys, so you're gonna expect mistakes. Tony, to your question, to your statement, I do understand where you're coming from, man. I totally do. If he's looking lost on the field, he can't be out there because that. But he's not always lost. Like when I went back and started watching those touchdowns, and I say, dang, like why didn't he just put his hands? What was he doing? Like what happened? It's like we almost need to talk to the other people on the field. Like even Jimmy Ward said, because I still think that was Mosley's fault in that Super Bowl on that 3rd and 15. But even Jimmy Ward said that was his bad. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish guys would own, their mistakes or whatever, because I just think sometimes Witherspoon gets just caught out of position and he's just in between a rock and a hard place and it's just on him. Like everything happens to him. And I think that mentally like breaks you down. And I think he couldn't come back from that being that young. I'm hoping in this offseason he's learned to deal with like maturity and be able to take off mistakes. That's all I'm hoping for everybody.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Can you guys hear that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you were on with Nothing But Niners. Who we speaking to?
This is Crazy Money 30, man.
Crazy Money 30. Damn.
Send me
Crazy
some money.
Let me hold 30. Crazy Money.
Hey, this the guy you've been running from in the PlayStation 4, Mike.
Mike. I don't duck. I just don't play often. That's the difference. I gotta get on, man. I'll get on and I'll toss you some W's, man. I'm a good profile builder, guys.
All right. I need that. Hey, but what's going on, Vic, Tony, and Breezy?
What's going on?
What's up?
Okay, I wanted to with the new defensive back coach that we got. I don't think Kello or Mosley will be the starting corner. I think it would be Verrett because he's a better one-on-one corner than all of them. So I think Verrett wins that in training camp.
Hey, when you said you were challenging me in Madden, I just want to know what year that game was. Because if you're talking about Verrett being good, it can't be from something recent that you've seen.
No, No. See, because y'all just looking at Barrett coming back from injury, he get burnt, his 2 plays and stuff like that. That's what y'all going off for. Y'all not going off the pure talent, one-on-one coverage, corner skills he got. He has the best corner one-on-one coverage skills on our team. Out of him and Keller Weatherspoon. Them two are the best one-on-ones corner. So with the new defensive back coach we got coming in, I think either one of them two is going to be on the opposite side of Sherman, Keller or Barrett.
Okay. All right. Now let me. All right. So then let me.
He's somewhat agreeing with me because that's what I said.
My man, he complimented the Keller, so I didn't want to say nothing bad.
I love tall corners, man. I love tall corners. There's just something about them that just makes the game different. You know what I mean? But,
okay.
You know.
All right.
What
Now,
you going to say, Mike?
no, I was gonna say we're gonna let you go, but was there anything else that you wanted us to discuss before we let you go? We're gonna get to the Akello and Verrett thing too.
Oh no! I just want to let you know to tell you to stop running, man. You know, you send me a text back talking about whenever you want it, you can get it. But you showed on the challenge.
I'm never on, man. That's not all right, man. See, you calling me? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna. Hey, Twitch is how you do this stuff live. Is that how that works, Nick? I can broadcast my video game.
You sure can. You sure can.
You better hope I don't figure it out tomorrow. My wife's going to work too. All my kids gonna be taking naps all day long.
That's what we should do. We should throw a Nothing But Niners Madden tournament on Twitch live.
They don't want that smoke.
I'll play. Yeah, I'm in it.
Here he goes saying man, I'll be the first person to let somebody score 100 points on me. Y'all can't.
I'm not even gonna let you. I would just ask you to give me the controller, bro. I'm letting nobody.
Hey, ain't no shame in my game. I'm trash in Madden, but I'm gonna get on here though. All right, Nick. That's my assignment for tomorrow. I'm gonna work on that. Hey, Crazy Money 30, man. Thank you for checking this out, man. I'm gonna be getting you in that game. I promise you. All right.
All right, man. Y'all keep up the good work, man.
All right.
Have a good one.
Appreciate you, man. Be safe. That's gonna be what I'm gonna work on tomorrow. Hey, it's not ringing at all on my end. Like no,
I logged out, so.
I only see the missed calls now, so let me see if anything changes. I got an ad on here right now, but let me see if it changes. Guys, we have not been ignoring you. I just haven't been getting the calls. I've only seen it as a missed call. But yeah, so I want to work on that tomorrow. Let me see if I can figure out how to get the Twitch. So do I have to sign in on Twitch on my PlayStation?
You sign in on Twitch. You download the app to your PlayStation. You sign in with a Nothing But Niners account or your account or whatnot, and you just stream live.
Damn it! And it's just you just click go live and they can see everything I'm doing, huh?
Whoever's following you could see your game. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's why I said we should get a.
We could do a whole league, bro.
We could do a whole league.
We could start a league. 32 teams. We could randomly select 32 names, and from Nothing But Niners, and we could start a league, and everybody got to pick a team, and we'll do a draft. So
him and JD a W, man. Y'all gonna have me in bed. We're gonna do a whole league. I'm gonna be the only person with a record worse than Hugh Jackson in Cleveland.
Nah, I don't know. I'm pretty bad at Madden too.
Well, y'all gonna be drafted 1, 2, and like.
Yo, I'd be like the Chip Kelly years, bro.
We'll do a fantasy draft, like my man Symmetry says. Yo, do a fantasy draft. That way the players are all mixed up, man. You everybody can't get everybody. I say we do that, man. I would love that to do that with some of these fans.
Penciling that in, man. We
but
definitely.
let's talk about Jason Verrett. All right, so he brought up Jason Verrett, and it's hard to disagree with what he was saying because the Jason Verrett I remember, from the San Diego days. You know what I'm saying? He was
You've been watching football for a while.
He's a pretty good cover corner, bro. Shut up, Mike. He's a pretty good cover corner, yo. Like now that I think about
it, man, y'all stop talking. No, I'm not letting y'all do
I didn't say he was gonna. I didn't say he was gonna start. I said he's a pretty good cover. Listen, and I don't know this. I don't know this.
Like, if you don't think Jason Verrett healthy, his San Diego years is more athletic and better.
Nick, when you bitch slap Mike one time for me, yo, I feel like Mike just need to be slapped back to the Twilight Zone or something, yo. Like, what is going on?
Ball sack, bro, because Jason Verrett, talent-wise, and what he's done in the league,
bro. We're not talking about an 8-game fall off. We're talking about 8 seasons. He has done nothing. Where has he been?
But I said when healthy. When healthy.
You can't say when healthy if he's never healthy.
I just think he got to get into a system to get healthy, bro. I think this might be it because we got a lot of young cornerbacks.
He's not young. Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tony. Come on, man. Speak up, bro.
Mike, I sent you a clip with Verrett when he was with the Chargers versus Antonio Brown. It was 3 different plays. And by the time the third play hit, Antonio Brown was pissed off and he was talking smack to Jason Verrett because Jason Verrett was in his shit the whole game. All 3 of those plays. But now this is the interesting part, okay? Joe Woods left. They became an even more heavy zone team with Joe Woods. All right. But the only difference was it wasn't a cover 3, it was a cover 2. So now, with that being said, they brought him back on a 1-year deal. Everyone wrote this guy off. Now, is it interesting that they bring in a coach who specializes in a press man scheme, which, by the way, Verrett was successful with the Chargers. Now, I'm not saying he's a lock to start by all means. I'm not saying he's a lock to make the roster. But what I am going to say is he does have the talent. But the question is whether he can stay healthy or not, because I don't give a shit how talented you are. If you're not dressed, you're not nothing.
If he's a guy that can give you some minutes in that particular scheme, and then you have another guy that can give you minutes in that scheme, and then you got another guy that's how you want to do it. When you're rotating players, you don't want to rotate players that are, that just play differently. You want that same type of player to come in to run that same type of scheme, right? In their own way. So, that's my point. Like, if that's why I asked, is Emmanuel Mosley better in man or better in zone? Is a Keller Weatherspoon better in man or is he better in zone? Like, and that's why I'm asking, because with this new scheme, not saying it's a new scheme, but with our new coach, depending on what and if he does switch these DBs to play that press man zone or whatever, this is probably why, Tony, they brought him back for a 1-year deal, right? The health pending. Got to make it through camp or something. I just want to see him play one game or something. You know what I'm saying? Him and the running back, they got to play once. So I don't know, man. I just think that he's there for a reason, and it could be just because of what you said, Tony.
I just think with the addition of Kinlaw to this defensive line, the nastiness and the strength of his bull rush and how he's like his style of play, it's aggressive. This defensive front is an aggressive front. Mm-hmm. Now, I think they're banking on a healthy D Ford coming back. Now, if you switch to a press coverage or press man coverage, if you're good at pressing people and you're taught the right way, you're delaying them off them routes, which gives them an extra second
to get to that
quarterback. And I think that's what they're really banking on.
Listen. Let me ask you this question too, because a healthy D Ford playing limited snaps, that's scary, right? Yes. Like that's scary. You're talking about a guy that does not have to play more than 2 downs, a series, depending on how they get him out. Healthy? Shit. That's going to be scary. Answer the phone.
Hello?
Yo, you are on with the Nothing But Niners crew. Who we speaking with?
Cleveland Jones from Virginia.
Cleveland. All right, now you back to backing it on us, bro. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Hey, I wanted to apologize to Nick and Tone, man. I went back and looked at the show, and I saw they was kind of red.
Oh, what happened? When was this?
The last one y'all had when I was talking about Cam Newton and Jimmy.
Oh, you the Cam Newton guy? Oh, hell no, bro. I was talking about you.
Wait, hold on. Why has he got to apologize?
Hey, nah. Cause it sounded like I was bashing my boy, man. And I'm a Jimmy fan, man. And I listened to it, and it sounded like I was just going in on him, man.
Yo, these fans, they was giving you the business, bro. Like I didn't even know how to defend you because I had to let them rock. They was checking you, man. It was so funny, but I needed that and I appreciate it. But with all due respect, I still think Cam Newton is that dude. I don't think he's trash. I think we're talking about players. We're talking about players playing healthy. Like we're talking about our players being healthy. Can you imagine a healthy Cam Newton, whether he could throw the ball or not? That was Nick's argument, but it was funny you brought that up, man.
Hey, look, this is what I meant to. Look, let me get this out the way first before we even go in. The reason why I say he was smarter than Jimmy is because his quarterback IQ. I didn't mean like smarter than him book wise or common sense. I was talking about IQ. You know what I mean? But and what I mean by a better arm is that I meant by a stronger arm. I didn't mean a better arm as in accuracy with the short passes.
Well, that's not. I don't know. You don't sit here and come in here and try to be soft. Now you said it. Stand on it. You said he had a better arm than Jimmy, and he does. He does. Anybody who tells you he doesn't is just lying. He throws a tighter velocity. He can throw it further. He's got the tighter spot. Everything is good as far as the arm. The IQ goes into the accuracy. So his football IQ goes into the accuracy department. So
I agree. Pre-injury.
This is what I meant by I put it this way: Jimmy to me has a Tony Romo arm.
Yeah, that's a comparison I have made for Jimmy Garoppolo for a long time.
Oh, they went to the same school.
He has a quick release, and he thinks the dog, and he has a little mobility. But the reason why Jimmy's not going to be limited to that mobility is because they figured it out. If you watch the Super Bowl, every team is going to use that same thing: blitz, blitz, blitz. He's not going to be able to run out of the pocket.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Now, listen, this phone is going crazy in my hands right now, so we got to let you go soon. Is there anything else you want to get to before we move on?
Oh yeah. Throw me on that list, man. I'll be able to play that Madden.
Damn, somebody else want to beat me in Madden.
Oh man, and look, I don't want to beat you because you already surrendered and said you ain't even that good. Somebody could drop 100 on you. So
he definitely watching.
Get a little tournament y'all got going, and then I put Cam Newton on Nick or somebody like that.
Talk your shit. Let's go, Cleveland. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Coming at their heads, man. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, brother. Thanks for jumping in, man. We appreciate you, man. And we're going to keep the thing going. All right.
All right, man. Hey, y'all, number 9, keep it going, man. I love the show, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. My guy, Cleveland there, man. All right. Let me see here.
Cam is still trash.
No, that's not your word for Cam, Nick. Cam, there you go.
Dookie.
And I hope Cleveland heard him when Tony said, I agree with you pre-injury. Pre-injury. Tony agreed pre-injury.
I heard him say that.
All right. Now, let me see.
Yo, they was giving him the business, though.
Bro, even on Twitter, he was getting – I don't know if he on Twitter. Cleveland was getting – Cleveland, they were going –
I don't know if he's on Twitter, but they were talking about – they taped the recording of him saying the joint, posting it on Twitter. I just was like, oops. Nah, that's my guy, yo.
Super cool.
They said, as long as you don't have fans coming on talking about Cam, I'm watching.
Let me see.
We ain't leaving no messages.
What is happening? This app won't even let you hang up when you hit the end call button. It's crazy. It makes another call. Right? All right. I think I got the line turned on. Nick, give me a call real quick just to make sure. Because I'm only getting missed calls. I swear to God, I'm only getting missed calls. I've turned the shit on. Let me exit all the way out the app, and then you try calling real quick. Because before it was just ringing mad loud and ignorant. There's nothing happening on my phone. Is it ringing on your end?
This the Matrix hat, yo. You see that? The Matrix.
Yes.
Nick look like he on a payphone, yo.
I'm only getting missed calls.
I know,
right,
just the way
again.
It looked like payphone.
I got a good feeling about it. I'm gonna put this on speakerphone. Damn, they sent me the voicemail. Bro, I'm calling you back. I don't know who this 415 is. There's a missed call notification from Nick. 415. Stop.
Please leave your message for.
He got to stop calling us so I can call him back. All right, 415. I'm gonna try one more time. Then I'm going to 541. Let's see. My name is Dave. I go by Little Dicky. Hey, you are on with Mike, Tony, Nick and Wayne. What's going on, man?
This is No Money Sean.
No Money Sean?
Just kidding.
Okay, I see what's happening here.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
How are you?
Good. Can you fellas hear him? You guys hear him?
Yeah, what's up, No Money Sean?
What's up? Hey, that guy Cleveland is just lost, thinking anything is going to come good come from Cam there. The only thing good that's coming for Cam is to retire. But besides that, the conversation you guys were having about Akello and Mosley, it seems like Akello he has all the tools, but once he's burned, it completely gets in his head. And I think Mosley actually thrives off of knowing that he can come in and replace Akello and then do well. Like, I think there's a little bit of fire between them in that Mosley knows that's his role. Like, if Akello messes up, that he could go in and he could kind of feed off of that. I think he has a lot of growth, but as far as Akello, I don't know. I kind of get the. I hope he bounces back. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think
no. We said what we thought. I'm gonna put your feet to the fire, Sean. You got to tell us who is starting opposite Richard Sherman. You going on the record, bro? And don't worry, we're not gonna hold you to it. I promise.
I think it's gonna end up being Mosley.
Dude, we're sorry. The number you have dialed is unavailable.
No. I'm about to wake the baby. Is this that, Sean?
I hope that Akello just gets his head together. What's Breezy saying?
Is this the baby Kanan, Sean? Is that the Sean? Because I'm about to wake the baby right now.
Oh.
Kanan, wake your behind up, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
No,
He's doing that.
As soon as he said that, now he's good.
I'm so sorry.
As soon as you talk, I told you, bro.
Yo, listen to the baby cry. Yo,
Oh, I'm going off. I'm sorry.
I've been making that up for you. You guys are just like, this guy's just being a smart A on it. Right?
Yo,
as soon as you talk, Breezy.
I'm sorry.
oh my God, yo, that baby really don't like your voice, bro.
Oh my God.
I gotta get a voice. I gotta use auto tune. I gotta get something on my voice, yo. Oh snap! I'm so sorry, Sean.
Yo, that is crazy.
My apologies.
Man is making babies cry for real.
Wow.
All right, Sean, hey, listen, man. Go rock Kanan and sleep, man. We want to thank you for your support. We're gonna bring somebody else up in here, okay?
One last thing before you guys go.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Hey, Breezy, why are you showing my gear behind you? That's what I wear when I change Kanan's diaper.
You gotta wear the shield, man. That's
My
crazy.
man got the armor on over there.
Oh man, I love it. I love it.
All right, Kanan. Kanan, look at me. Sean, thanks, man. Oh, damn. Breezy said, hey, Kanan. He said, oh, my God.
Bro, that was
I think I'm gonna go put myself in timeout, man. I think
That'd be one of the best moments on the show ever. Is that good or bad?
I don't know. I didn't think he was even good. I didn't even think he was there to wake up. Like I didn't.
Oh my God!
Because the whole time he was talking, I'm gonna try to talk quieter. The whole time Sean was
too late now.
The whole time Sean was talking, you didn't hear anything in the background, right? There was nothing in the background, nothing. And as soon as I realized that was that Sean,
I'm dead. I was on the phone and I spit my drink out my nose. Yo, I'm dead. Yo, somebody in the comments said.
Turn your background down.
Breezy got Kanan shookified.
I'm sorry, man. I love kids, man. Especially the babies. I do, man.
You are on with the Baby Wakers, also known as the Nothing But Niners crew. How you doing, man?
You got to start a Nothing But Niners.
Yell as loud as you want to. It's all good. She needs to boot her ass. So go for it, man.
Who we speaking to? Hello? Where'd he go?
Going.
Can you guys hear him?
Nah, it's going in and out.
All right, are you there?
Yep, there we go. We got you. Who we speaking with?
Right. Hey, my name's
TA? Like Trevor Ariza?
My parent hit me.
Can you hear me?
I guess you keep breaking out. I guess I'll just try again some other time, man.
Wait. Hold on, buddy. All right. Hello?
Hello.
You got me now?
I got you now, bro.
All right. Now, what'd you say your name was?
CA, just like 2 letters. CA.
Oh, like California.
California.
Okay. All right. What's going on, man? I'm gonna call. Good.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say beforehand, I'm born and raised in California, but I love, like, the best Niner show is y'all from back east, man. It just shows you how, like, kind of diverse our fan base is. So it's really cool that I think, it's the East Coast dudes that have the best Niner show out there.
There you go. I love it, man.
Appreciate
Thank you for the
that,
support, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you tell every Niners fan you know that, too. Hey, man, I know you guys are watching some of these local guys, but let them know, like, Matt Mayoko, who? Like, nothing but Niners is narrated now. Let me
No, those dudes are boring as shit, man.
Oh, he said it, not us.
All that stuff, man. I like dudes like myself, just talk shit, have fun, it's all good.
Absolutely. All right, so CA, what's your hit for us tonight?
All right, I actually want to start a little bit shit. I'm feeling good. I want to see that guy that was saying shit about Cam Newton. They're like, dude, that dude's tame compared to this guy that just called. So I want to see if I can start crazy. I could.
Damn it.
For a month back on Twitter, we both like the black uniforms a lot. I would like for us to actually change up our uniforms more often. Like wear the white alternatives more. I guess I want to start some shit.
Baby.
I want to say something blasphemous. What would you guys say to the 49ers updating our uniforms? Something absolutely blasphemous. What do you think? Our classic uniforms that everybody loves. What do you think we should update them?
All right, we're gonna do this off the air, man. Thanks for calling in. We're gonna talk about this right now, man. Make sure you're watching, okay? We appreciate the support too, man.
So before we get to that, Khalil said that I was starting.
Is better, huh?
And
better than Matt Mayoko and Lindsay Lohan and Ian Williams. I don't know what shorty's. What was her name?
Laura Britt.
Yeah, that Lindsay Laura. All right,
Laura Britt
Williams and Dante Hittner. We better than them. Y'all heard what he said. Ain't nobody over there waking up babies. Okay, this is how we get down over here. What's up? All right, guys. He's talking about something here, man. Now, I've been seeing all these new uniforms coming out, and I've been sitting in my house, and I'm like, oh man, Niners uniforms are pretty sweet. Everyone's like, oh, we got the best uniforms still. We still got the best uniforms, fellas. Is it time for a change? Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Y'all go first, man. I got a lot I want to say.
I personally am not a big fan of the blacks, to be honest with you.
Hey, Nick, you can't say that in 2020, bro. You got to rephrase that.
The black uniform. Okay. Come on, man. You know what the hell I was saying. I'm not a fan of the black uniforms at all. Coming from the white guy.
I'm sorry, don't go on mute.
Yo, see, you asked me a question and now I can't even talk.
You can't say that I'm not a fan of the blacks, man.
Are you stupid? You know that's not what I meant.
But that's what you said, and that's what I didn't mean to wake the baby, but that's what I did. Like, you can't say that. You can't say stuff like that, man.
No, Mike can't say stuff like that to misconstrued stuff. Everybody in the show knew damn well what I was talking about.
Nah, man. Here come the comments. Look, I'm logging off. Here we go. Like,
look, I can't with y'all.
The hell's that?
Sean's still on the line?
What the fuck is that?
Yo, Mike, you didn't hang up the phone?
Nah, bro. I was on mute just now. Somebody recorded that and was playing it. That's not me.
That's Mike.
Huh?
That's Tony. Tony got jokes now?
Okay.
Yo, it's sad, bro. Someone recorded an hour of straight of baby crying on YouTube.
I knew that was Tony. Tony got jokes. Okay, Tony, stepping up. I got you, bro. We got you, Tony.
I like this energy, fellas. All right. I'm sorry. We'll be serious. Nick does not like the dark alternative jerseys.
Oh god, I get this.
Black alternative jerseys.
Right,
at all? Like, do you wish that they would make a slight change to it, like outline the red and gold Like, would that make it look better to you, or you just don't like the blacks, the black jerseys?
Blacks. No, I don't know, man. Like, I thought they were cool the first year, and then, like, yeah, once they came out with the white uniforms, I like the all white look better than I like the all black look.
You said you don't like, you're not a fan of the blacks, but you couldn't say you like the whites.
Here we go. Here we go.
So you corrected yourself for white uniforms.
I said the black uniforms.
Yeah, but I'm just saying then, like, but all right, yo, we gotta keep it moving, yo.
No, but I want to talk about changing the classic uniform, the regular joint that we're using right now.
I think because the black uniform is an alternate jersey, right? It's like an alternate uniform, right?
So is the white with the black trim, like the one that they did like this.
Don't you guys want like some metallic gold helmet, like just something just to look a little bit more futuristic? Like,
I'm really interested in Tony's response to this because I get like an old school feel from Tony. So I want to know what Tony's thoughts are on this, because it's like,
you just shut me up. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, no, because you're saying a lot of good stuff, but I want to. I'm with you, bro.
I can't. You guys are nuts. But listen, I like the black uniforms, but the problem with the black uniforms, you couldn't really see the numbers or the names. So if they adjusted it somehow, maybe highlighted the red number with a gold trim or something. But I like the old school uniforms, like
which old school, like the 80s joints?
No, the 94.
Oh, okay.
Not the throwback, the one they wore before they brought in the throwbacks. Like the Wilson jerseys with the smaller numbers are on like the lower part of the sleeve.
Yep.
And then the stripes on the pants were wider. I like those. I also kind of like the uniforms when like Jeff Garcia was the quarterback.
The Reebok Johns?
Like this one. Hold on.
I got the Patrick Willis joint, the Reebok joint.
The Reebok Johns were fire.
Well, the Reeboks were a darker red also.
They were a darker red.
Young. That's my
those in my opinion were probably the best uniforms.
I like the away jerseys of the Reebok uniforms. See, that's different right there.
That's a different one.
Yeah, that's still Reebok, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the newer Reebok. That's not the old school
like
that I was
the numbers.
about.
The numbers have like the black, the white, and the gold on it.
Yeah, those were what. That's a Reebok though, right, Tony?
I got that one, Mike. I got that.
Yeah, it is a Reebok. Yeah,
yeah. The Reebok ones I liked was like the darker red.
That one right there, Mike,
right there. Those Johns are fire.
I got a big ass Patrick Willis joint because I didn't think that I didn't realize it was the official joint. That junk is huge, yo. Huge. And I love it. And they're heavy too. They were heavy. Man, cheap ass, tight ass jerseys. I'm telling you, man, I would like to see something different though. I would like to see them take the regular classic uniform and just give it an upgrade. I don't know what that means. I just think that it could use an upgrade, whether it's a polished color, a polishing of the red, make the red more I don't know, just something different, or make the gold stand out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what you were saying. I want more gold in it somewhere.
Yeah, we're the freaking gold rush 40. Their name is the 49ers. Come on, man. The gold should be prominent, not an accent to the uniform. It should be the thing. Red should be the accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, them gold chrome helmets though.
You don't like those?
I love them.
Oh, but
they look hard as hell.
Why are they not happening?
Those Johns are fire,
man.
Like, I don't understand, man. Like that would they probably, the league, some team would probably say, oh, there's a glare coming off the helmet, and I can see the other team play call off the helmet of the glare of the helmet. I don't know. They'll make up some crazy junk, yo. But they gave the Jets metallic green. They get like I think we should get that alone with the dope cleats to match. Yo, I'll go buy a helmet. I'll buy a helmet and I'll wear that shit around the house.
All right. Let me try to make another call. I'm with you, Breezy. I want to see some more gold, like Nick was saying, those gold helmets. I don't know which number to call back now.
I would even go with that, like the same old, like the gold chrome that they have as like a chrome uniform, like a metallic gold. I wouldn't do the plain mustard type looking gold, like the old. Do you remember the old?
Yeah, them ugly.
Jerry Rice gold jersey, like that was ugly. But I would do a metallic look, like kind of like the Jets did, type things like that with gold as an alternative. But I wouldn't do like that mustard yellowish gold type thing. But if you had that gold chrome helmet and the gold with like white and red all in there, that jump fire.
I also love blacks. The blacks.
The problem is I don't think the Yorks will ever do that because that is trying to be too traditional with the Niners.
Talk to me.
Yo, all right, you got to turn down the volume in the background, bro.
I'm gonna turn down everything. It's all good, bro. What's happening, Mike?
What's going on? Who we speaking with?
Look, my name's Tom, bro. I'm a super Niner fan, bro. I've been here since I was born, so that's what it is.
You want to change the uniforms or what, man? How you feel on that?
Change the uniform? I don't really. Go ahead. What colors are they want? What colors do they want to bring?
I mean, you know.
What colors they want to bring? Because I like our old school uniforms. I want to go back to the 80s. You want to keep it real? I want to go back to when we were really winning Super Bowls.
Okay. All right. The throwback joints. Okay. All right. I'm messing with it. All right. So then let's go on. What's going on with you? What points did you want to bring tonight?
Shit, really? I just want to talk about all the maniac wide receivers we got, how hard our defense is, and our offensive linemen just stepped up. So what do you want? And I'll take Staley as soon as we hit the Super Bowl to play guard. What do you really want me to happen?
Wow. You want Staley to make a comeback?
I want Staley to come back. Yeah, they're live, bro. It's live. I really want Staley to come back playoff down to play guard.
All right, so we're gonna talk on that. All right, so we're gonna get there. What's your name one more time?
Tone.
Thomas King.
Thomas King. Okay. All right, Thomas. Thanks for the call. We're gonna talk about Joe Staley coming back because that is something that people have been asking us about, and I've been trying to avoid it because it's weird. The team did not close the door on a Joe Staley return, but I took from it it's gonna be more of a coaching, you know what I mean, on the field type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Is there a possibility?
I took totally different. I took it as an injury, and Joe Staley saying that if he continued to play, that it was going to hurt his future with his kids. Staley's not coming back. I hate to say it, but Staley's not coming back. The whole reason you heard, I believe it was Kyle Juszczyk or Mike McGlinchey, one of them, that they were like right after the Super Bowl, he said he was going to retire. Then he said he wasn't going to retire. Then he talked to more doctors and he said he had to retire. So it went from not wanting to or wanting to not wanting to having to. So with the injury with his neck, and he said that there was plays where he was just playing where his hands would go numb, his fingers would go numb, and it just wasn't worth it to put him back, with his family and his young kids growing up and taking an injury that could possibly end his career and his fatherhood. So
the number one thing in order for him even to be able to play is he would have to get a neck fusion. And obviously he's not getting a neck fusion because if he didn't get a neck fusion, he could have had serious problems, like serious issues. And the other thing I was reading, or no, actually it was a podcast, he's under 280. So he's pretty much done.
Wow. Well, I mean, we can't say anything about weakness. Gronk is like what, 160 now? Like not really, but I'm just joking.
He's back. He made his decision. It's pretty much set in gold. I mean, I said on the previous show when they announced, actually it was the draft show when they announced the trade, the possibility of maybe Staley giving it one more run. This is before the injury came out, the disclosure of he needed a neck fusion to be able to play. But I said that there's a possibility maybe he might just go for one more run, slide into right guard, and just make one last push. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If they win, he rides out on top. But if he needs a neck fusion, me personally, I'm done.
All right, so how about this? Now, obviously, his health is probably going to stop him from coming back. But let's say we had a magic wand and we could make Joe Staley healthy. Are you bringing him back to play guard? He said to slide him in at guard, right? Isn't that that's what Thomas said, right? So what do you guys think about that? Sliding him into guard. Let's just say he's healthy and he says, I'll do it for one more year, guys. Are you doing it, or are you just going to move on with who you got?
I
Well,
mean,
I
if
mean,
he's healthy, right, Tony? Yeah.
I mean, if he comes to the team saying, "Listen, I don't have much left. I want to win one more time. You guys brought in Trent Williams. I'll try. I'll make one more go. I'll slide into right guard. We'll solidify the offensive line. I'll do whatever it takes to get a chance to win the Super Bowl."
How hard is it to transition from tackle to guard?
It's very simple, actually. They say.
Well, it's hard going from left to right. He would have to learn. Right. He would have to resituate his feet. But again, he's not on an island. He's in a phone booth, so his working space is tighter than it would be being on an island as a tackle.
Who would transition to right guard better, Tomlinson or Joe Staley?
Definitely Tomlinson.
Tomlinson's the most underrated offensive lineman on his team.
So if Joe Staley was ready to come back, why don't you just keep him as the left guard, right? And then let Tomlinson play the right guard.
Because that's two more changes on the line. So now instead of having you got 5 offensive linemen,
but you just said it would be easier for him to do it.
But I get what you're saying. I would do Staley because if he's giving this one last run, you don't want to make Tomlinson go from left to right, relearn his feet and his hands, and then have to go back from right to left. That's kind of what McGlinchey did at Notre Dame. McGlinchey was predominantly a left tackle. They switched him to the right. No, he was a right tackle. They switched him to the left tackle. An injury happened, and he went back to right tackle. And I think a sophomore came up who was a highly rated tackle. Actually, no, it wasn't. Stanley came out before him. So he actually switched back and forth. When the Niners drafted him, he was a left tackle, and they were saying, well, no, they have Staley, so now they switch him to the right. I didn't honestly, even if the Niners didn't get Trent Williams, I don't think McGlinchey was going to the left side. I think McGlinchey is your right tackle, and that's it. So basically, if you want the answer, I would definitely put Staley and let him try to transition to the right side because you don't want to risk with Tomlinson having to go back and forth.
And my thing was you're creating 2 holes, 2 new spots of unfamiliarity. All right, so you're putting the left tackle there, right, and he's played the position, so cool. But then you're gonna move your left guard and move him to the right. So you put Joe Staley. So now both of your guard positions are first timers there. So it's just a lot more shuffling than you have to do. I would if I'm going to change anything on the line, I want to do it as less moves as possible. So yeah, that's just my take. But it was a good conversation, man. Let's do one more call, and then we'll get up out of here. All right. This has been a lot of fun. I burned a lot of calories laughing back here. You guys have been great. All right. Now let's get. Yeah, there we go. I know Tony said he had to go, guys.
Yes, I'm not the Oreo for once. Word.
another black comment.
As soon as he say I don't like blacks, he's not the Oreo no more. You were the fill-in that held us together, Nick. Now I just don't know, buddy. All right, guys.
Now I got double fudge, bro.
Make this.
Can we get a pause on that one? Can we get a pause?
What? You never had a double fudge Oreo cookie?
Make this phone ring, guys. Let's see. There's 2 people who just called. I'm trying not to call them back. I want to see, because then I'm picking the person. I want to see if the phone will actually ring.
Just do any, mini, money, mo.
I mean, that always ends up with the even number. Oh
man. Y'all should know I am nowhere near racist, man. Y'all should know
we're just messing with Nick. We would not be doing the show with you if we thought we were racist. Well, I'll speak for myself. I would not be doing this show with you if
you would have never joined me.
No,
if you thought I was racist.
No, hell no.
And if I was racist, I would have never asked you. So what's the difference?
Let me see here.
Sean said you're the cream on the top.
You the cream on the top.
Yeah. Y'all got me. Y'all are funny.
Yo, why don't Jesus Christ my King ever call in? Yo, this dude got every hat I have, yo.
He does, bro. He's got I seen his attire stuff.
Do I need to show y'all the hat? I got a wall of hats. My shit is on the wall.
You should see his, bro. They are loaded. I'm not saying, And Mike tried to come out and say his hat game was better than yours. No,
I said my hat game was good.
Epic fail.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You said you just lucky
you
my
said
hair.
that.
I can't fit my hat on. No, your hat game has never been as epic as Wade.
Hey,
Ever.
You said that shit on Twitter, Mike. You said,
Yeah, he did.
yo, I got the hat game. Breezy got the
Breezy, I'm staying with you, bro. You got your hat game is on point. Mike's is doo-doo.
Y'all hating.
Mike got like 3 new hats and he's talking about my hat game.
Y'all ain't even seen the flavor. It's cool. Hey, I got shit I keep in the tuck. It's all right, man. It's okay. It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. It's okay. Mike don't have no hats. Big ass head Mike, no hats. It's cool.
Oh man.
No, I didn't say you didn't have hats. I just said you literally said on Twitter, Breezy, you just lucky.
You hear them hating on me, bro? You hear him hating on me, bro?
But it's funny how the phone answered. He called the phone while you're trying to make a point, right, Nick?
That smoke. He don't want none of that smoke.
This how they do. That's how they do me, man. This how they do me on the show, bro.
I mean, it's all good, bro. It's all good, man.
Is that Dre?
Who we speaking with?
Hey, yeah, Mike, this Dre, man. I hear you talking about not liking all black, my brother. What's up with that, my brother?
That's not me. I didn't say that. Nick said that.
Black is beautiful and strong, my brother.
Hey, not them jerseys, apparently.
I thought you had me on speakerphone.
No, you on speaker. They can hear you. Everybody listening.
Hey, yeah, Nick, man, what's going on with the all black, man? Why don't you like black, brother?
Look, bro, nobody ever said I don't like blacks, Dre, so just shut and let me talk.
Hey, I'm fucking with you, bro. Hey, no, but seriously though, I think Emmanuel Mosley doesn't get enough respect for what he did last year. Mike, I know that Keller Weatherspoon is your guy. We done went at it multiple times over Keller Weatherspoon. I don't like Weatherspoon. I think he's a waste of a roster spot. He's a mental midget. The guy gave up 7 touchdowns last year, and you got an undrafted free agent like Emmanuel Mosley who came in and made plays. I mean, the Browns game, he came in as soon as he got in the first game. He had a deflected pass in the end zone. Saints game, same thing. As soon as he came in, he had a deflected pass in the end zone. Had a pick in the regular season, had picks in the playoffs. He just showed up. He just showed up and he showed out, bro. And I feel like he should get some more respect from the fans instead of everybody making excuses for Keller Weatherspoon, bro. I've never seen so many excuses made for one guy in my life. Well, maybe Jimmy Garoppolo, but Jimmy Garoppolo is a $100 million man with that franchise quarterback.
Oh, so the dollar sign makes it okay.
Huh?
So the dollar sign is what makes it okay.
He's our franchise quarterback, bro. He's our franchise quarterback.
I hear you.
And the thing about him is he gets posted not just by our fans, but he gets posted by the whole world as it seems right now.
Nah, man.
I feel like Emmanuel Mosley had a better year. His numbers showed it. His PFF grade shows it, and he doesn't get enough respect for doing what he did, especially being an undrafted free agent. Too many excuses being made for Keller Weatherspoon, bro.
Hey, this is what's going to happen when the season comes. Whichever guy starts, I want him.
I already said I got $100 to Emmanuel Mosley at the start.
Okay.
I already said that.
All right. Okay. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. And when he don't start, I don't want to hear, oh, the coaches don't know what they're doing, or, oh, they drafted him, so that's why. I don't want to hear none of that.
Oh, bro, what are you talking about? Emmanuel Mosley not even drafted.
I'm talking about when Witherspoon starts. I don't want to hear excuses as to why it's not Mosley.
Hey, man, I ain't got no excuses, bro. Excuses is a bad habit to have, bro. I don't got no excuses. If he ain't the starter, he ain't the starter. I just feel like Emmanuel Mosley is that guy, and he's the dog.
Well, it's definitely going to be fun, and it's a win-win for the team too, man. It really is. I know I do a lot back and forth, but it's definitely a positive thing that these two guys are going at it like that. That competition is going to bring out the best for the team, even if it doesn't for whoever loses out the spot.
Yeah, it's a win-win for the team, and there's another guy who called, man. I was talking about Cam Newton, bro. I mean, Cam Newton is like Napoleon Bonaparte's uncle making videos in front of a camera throwing the fucking ball right now. And how is he better than Jimmy Garoppolo? He's a franchise quarterback and just left from, he was 6 minutes away from winning the Super Bowl. How is Cam Newton better than Jimmy Garoppolo right now?
Cam Newton was like a whole 52 minutes from winning the Super Bowl. So you can't say that he wasn't.
Well, I mean, but the thing about Cam is, bro, Cam showed that he's a mental midget too. You know, Jimmy didn't just walk off the field. You know what I'm saying? He did not do interviews after the game. You know what I'm saying? Cam walked off the field, didn't shake nobody's hand or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He showed that he's a mental midget. Jimmy Garoppolo.
So Jimmy's a better.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Did you drop your phone, bro?
Nah. I'm on a vacation right now, and I'm irritated as fuck right now.
How you on vacation?
With my family.
He is dedicated. That's what I'm talking about.
My man on vacation during the national quarantine.
Oh yeah, man. I'm in Central Oregon, bro, and we're in Sun River right now. It's not a quarantine out here. They wide open.
Oh,
and they've only had, I think they've only had a total of 12 COVID cases out here. So I mean,
the rates must have been really good traveling this time of year right now.
Yeah, man. It's everything out here, bro. They only had 12 cases. This is like Central Oregon, bro. It's like 5 hours outside of Portland where I live. So we good out here.
I got you. All right, Dre, we're gonna let you go, man. Thanks for being the last caller and holding us down tonight, man. We appreciate the support, man.
All right, Mike.
You guys be safe out there. Try to enjoy the rest of that vacation, man. All right, fellas, that's gonna do it. Dre is off the line, man, and he just touched on the Mosley thing, and guys, man, Cam Newton made his way into our show 2 fan nights in a row. 2 in a row. Maybe I gotta start locking some of these phone numbers in so I know this is the Cam Newton guy. You know what I'm saying? I should start saving some of these numbers or something. I don't know, man.
Cleveland Brown, man.
Yeah, the Cleveland show. All right, guys, any final takes on the evening? Is there anything that you want to leave people with? Anything that we didn't touch on that maybe you guys wanted to discuss that you heard about in the NFL today? Any other rule changes or anything like that that are being proposed?
Yo, have we even touched on the pass interference not being eligible to be challenged now?
They just said they're taking that part away, yeah.
Right, but we haven't even said anything about that.
I don't think it was discussed, I don't think. But I don't think that's a big rule. I mean, the times that we thought Shanahan should have challenged it, he didn't. Remember the George Kittle pass interference? But I don't think he could because it was less than 2 minutes and a half.
Yeah,
right?
there was less than time left for that.
But that was one that people felt like should have been challenged. I don't know if it would have been overturned or not. But I'm trying to think of any calls that he challenged for those. I can't remember many of them.
Well, I'm not saying just for us, but there were challenges against Richard Sherman. Like there was challenges that went against us last year. If you remember the one on, I believe it was against Arizona with Richard Sherman, and they ended up challenging it, and then they called pass interference on it, and it gave them where the ball was. And also, what about the onside kick stuff?
Yeah, that's a proposal. That one hasn't happened yet. That's a proposed thing. They said, you know how they said at the end of the game, the clock was running for Patrick Mahomes to run around or something like that, to run time off the clock. They said that it would change that. That wouldn't be allowed. I think that's the difference right there. Something to do with the time running on it. But I didn't quite understand it because it's only a proposed thing. I didn't want to learn all the proposals. I was trying to figure out what was going to be and what, you know what I mean?
Sam says the vote is tomorrow.
Right.
On that. What about the other thing? I don't know if they took it away completely, but the diversity thing. No, I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on that, because you get what you get back in return for if that passes and goes through.
The dumbest, most insulting rule I've ever heard in my life.
It is, right? I remember Richard Sherman coming out and saying before, about Robert Saleh, and there's not enough minority coaches in the league, and then all of a sudden they come out with this, which is fine. I think if you're the talented, most talented guy, you should be hired, no matter race, religion, whatever. But to give a 3rd round pick and things like that, I think that's absurd.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that's just proposed. There's no way in hell something like that passes. But before I keep going, Breezy, any thoughts on that, man?
No thoughts. I no thoughts. I'll get mad. So let's just not. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, they no, they're basically trying to tempt owners, like giving them incentives to hire minority coaches, which tells me that if that's how you're making your decision on who your coach is going to be, oh well, maybe we can get another draft pick. Then you're not concerned with what's best for your team. You'll probably have a coach in place, but not with power. It's just it's a horrible.
Yeah,
look
I feel like it's like force fed. It's like forced hiring. You know what I mean?
That's all it is. That's why I don't even want to talk about it, because
it's
like,
so stupid. Like that's why I said like if the whole thing with Robert Saleh should have been hired as a head coach this year, right?
I don't think he wanted to go to Cleveland, so that was why it didn't go down that way.
Yeah.
Now the other thing is this: the change to the Rooney Rule is that now you have to interview two minorities, but they can't be from within your building.
Right.
So a lot of teams are calling the special teams, coach and saying, "Hey, did you hear that we're hiring a new head coach?" Yeah. All right, thanks. And then they fulfill the Rooney Rule obligations. The Rooney Rule in itself is a freaking insult, but that's another story for another time.
Right.
But now they're saying that you can no longer do it as players from within your building. You have to go outside. So I mean, at least in that situation, those people are going to be able to walk away from those organizations and say, "Hey, that wasn't a real interview. They just brought me in there to waste my time."
Right.
You're going to fly somebody out there and all that. You're at least going to get some information. I don't know if it's going to help, but you can't force people to do something that they don't want to do, especially when this is a privatized, 1 of 32. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell that one how to run his piece of the pie. So it's just this is going to have to run its course naturally. You can't force any of this stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't agree with it. I think it's force fed thing, and I think it should just be I
just don't understand.
I don't think it's force fed to interview, two minority candidates.
Why is there a Rooney Rule anyway? And at the point, like, hire the best person for the freaking job, yo. If black, white, yellow, it doesn't matter. Like, whoever is best to fit to coach a job or own a team in the NFL, like, let it be, yo. Like these are the things that these are the issues that I'm talking about. We keep saying racism is dead and all these types of things. Yet,
yeah, but this is a racism move in its own.
That's my point.
In its own way.
Like people, we're saying racism is done. There's no, oh no, we're not. And yet you pull a move or a stunt like this, just let everybody know racism is alive and kicking. And with all the stuff that's going on, like, I just need the NFL to be better. Like, I love the NFL, but it's so hard to support a lot of the stuff that it does, yo. That's why
it's a big ass copycat league. The thing is this, right? The Steelers tried it. They had success. Tomlin made it to a couple Super Bowls, right? But then what's going to happen with Mike Tomlin? You know what I mean? Like, it's up in the air. You want to let more owners end up being minorities. You'll see some of them get hiring some minority coaches, and then those other guys will be like, "Hey, well, if they're being successful with a minority coach, maybe I should look into a former player, head coach type of." You know what I'm saying? Like, but you shouldn't have to say, "Hey, before you hire somebody, got in two black guys." Like, don't. That's stupid. It's stupid, and like I said, it's insulting. It's insulting. And no, racism is not dead. It's not.
No,
it's not.
It's by far not dead.
Right. Well, we know because Nick don't like the blacks.
No, stop that. Stop that.
I'm just messing with you, man. Listen, guys, this is a great show. All right. I love you guys. Love each and every one of you. Two things I just want to shout out. Number one, Sean, please apologize to Kanan in the nicest, sincerest way. I did not know he was right there listening. I thought he was far away or whatnot. And I was just going to yell, man, and just give him a holler. But he literally started crying. And two, I got to shout out my man, Big Ken, man, on Twitter, man. And he's right here. He was watching the show. So my man sent me a 49ers package of goodies. And I'm gonna share with you guys. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do one of those TikTok open up the box type things like Ludacris did for his Louis the 13th. I think I'm gonna do that for Sean, man, and put it on the Nothing But Niners page.
You got a bottle of Louis?
Yo, Ludacris got a bottle of Louis, yo, the 13th. That not only did he get the big bottle, sorry, Ken, that was your moment, but we got to talk about this. Not only did he get the big bottle, he got a small traveling bottle to go along with it and something else. Oh, the glasses to put the Louis in. Now I'm trying to figure out what he did. It's all good, man. Luda, holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ken, man, and I apologize to Sean and Kanan. All right, there we go. I'm good for the night, man.
Yeah, Big Ken's the man. Love that dude. Good dude.
Any final thoughts from you, Nick?
Nah, man. It was great show as always. Appreciate the fans calling in, showing the support, and Tony staying on with us for a while until he's got work tomorrow. So stay safe out there. And other than that, man, I'm good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Luda, we getting up out of here. We're gonna sign out, guys. I had a blast tonight. Looking forward to the next one. We will see you guys Friday night when we highlight a player. So look for the poll on our Twitter page, guys. You saw the handle. It was Nothing But 9 ERS. Make sure you guys vote. You guys are the ones dictating who we're going to do the show on. So make sure you get out there and vote, okay? So you'll see that poll over there. Again, that is nothing but the number 9 ERS on Twitter. So make sure you guys go over there and give us a follow.
I finally ghosted. One last thing, though. Guys, go over and like Ether Art on YouTube for your chance to win this drawing of Jimmy Garoppolo. You have to like and subscribe over there, and we'll also pick that winner.
Let's do it on Friday's show.
Well, I want to give it like a week or two of his subscribers to build up. So I think he's at like 92 subscribers, guys. Let's get him over like 110, 115. Go over there, like his art. He doesn't just draw 49ers players, but this could be yours. Shipped to you. Just go over there and like it. You got to hold down the A and pick the AE, and then do the THER, and it's Ether Art. So go over there, check him out.
Yeah. I'm going to practice on some Madden. I'll be looking for my guys. You guys find me tomorrow, man. I'll be over there. Kid's going to be on nap time. Daddy going to be there hitting sticks. Let's go. All right, guys, it's going to do it for us, man. Wonderful, fantastic show. You guys stay safe out there, guys. Be smart, be responsible when you're out and about. I understand that they're lifting some of this stuff in certain places. Let's not be crazy and just get 40 people inside a kiddie pool, okay? Let's be smart about what we're doing. Let's make sure that we are open and running for the NFL season so we can continue to bring you guys shows. You don't have to see Mike's crazy hair for most of it. We can start talking about some real football. You don't have to talk about Breezy's hats. It'll be real football, and we won't be asking whether or not Nick likes black people. All right? No, I'm just kidding.
Really?
It's going to be all good, man. We're going to be arguing about some stuff that matters as far as sports goes, all right? The distraction from life. That's what this is all about. We thank you guys for rocking with us, man. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always remain faithful, y'all.
We out of here.
Peace.